Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. NFL Sunday action. This is going to be my video best bet, guys. And boy, what a marquee game I'm going to. We're going to go to Tennessee and Tampa Bay. Why? But you know what? This is going to get a lot of attention. It's two bad teams.
Is there a point spread, Marco?
There's a point spread. There is a point spread, and that's the great equalizer. But it's going to get a lot of attention because of the quarterbacks and a lot of hype, you know, all during the offseason last year. Who was going to get drafted first? Was it going to be Winston? Was it going to be Mariota? You know, of course, Winston gets it for Tampa Bay. Guys, your thoughts when you've got rookie quarterbacks. And, you know, we're both, you know, we've been around, all three of us have been around a long time. This is a changing of the guard. The last, 5 to 7 years, back in the old days, you got drafted. I don't care you got drafted number 1 or whatever. You held a clipboard for like 2 years before you ever got on an NFL playing field, unless somebody, everybody got hurt in front of you. Changing times. You're paying them the money. You got to get them out there.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I look at Tennessee. Let's start with that rookie quarterback and start with Marcus Mariota. I think he's got a chance to do a little bit better, a little bit quicker than Jameis Winston because of what he's got around him. And I'm talking about Ken Wisenhunt, who's one of my favorite head coaches who could handle quarterbacks, and he has a good reputation for it. Here's the thing about Tennessee, guys, real quickly, is that last year, they averaged about 5.5 yards per play. They give up about 5.5 yards per play. That's not the mark of a team with 2 wins. That's a mark of a team with a few more wins than that. I think they were a little bit better football team coming into 2015 than that 2-14 record would indicate from last year.
Yeah, I agree. And the first thing I look at when I'm looking at rookie quarterbacks is who's the defensive coordinator for the other team. And you know a little bit about this guy going for Tennessee. You take a look at Tampa. They've got a quarterback in Winston. He's got a lot of great talent, but he makes a lot of bad decisions. He did it last year in his senior year when this team wasn't quite as good as they were the year before. He's done it in the preseason here, and you've got an offensive line that just can't protect him. I don't want any part of a team laying points in that situation.
Well, to add to that, and you kind of tipped my hand a little bit with Dick LeBeau, you've got a defensive coordinator for Tennessee that Dick LeBeau, we all know his age. You look at him, you would never guess his age.
The Dick Clark of the NFL, man.
But the guy's been around forever, and you've got to figure, he's got a chip on his shoulder this year. The Steelers, they say they parted ways, but, they pushed him out the door. And, now he lands in Tennessee with a former Steeler, assistant, Ken Wisenhunt. And this guy is going to bring pressure. He knows how to pressure a quarterback. He knows how to confuse a rookie quarterback. And like you said, Winston makes too many ill-advised throws. And last year, too many times, Florida State was coming from behind because he put them in a hole. Well, that was Florida State against collegiate teams that they were much better than. Even though they weren't as good as the year before, they were still better than most of their opponents, and they were able to overcome it. You're not going to overcome mistakes in the NFL. And as you said, the cast around Mariota, the running game. Tennessee has a much better running game than Tampa Bay, and that's always going to help a quarterback if you can run the football.
Let's not forget that Ray Horton has a little bit something to do with his defense also, with this Tennessee defense. Second year in this defense. When Ray Horton brings a new defense to an NFL football team, it takes several games, sometimes an entire season, for everybody around to get on the same page. It is so complex and confusing at times for the defense, not just the opposing offenses. Second year in this defense, I think, I love Dick LeBeau, but we're selling what's already been kind of impressed on some of these players that are back from last year a little short.
Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make it official. This is my best bet. I'm going to take Tennessee in the points. I can't pass it up. I can't lay points. This is as much of a play of going with Tennessee as it is going against Tampa Bay, because I don't want to lay chalk with Winston in his first game. I think Tennessee's better prepared going in, and I'm calling for the outright win. I'm going to make it Tennessee 23-16. And guys, if you want to join me this weekend, I've got my 5% college massacre game going on Saturday. It's my first 5% play of the season. Last year, I only released 15 the entire football season, college and pro. We went 11-4 last year. This past baseball season, I've only released 6 of them, and we're a perfect 6-0. Our first one of the football season goes on Saturday. You can find that at WagerTalk.com. And guys, thanks for this one, and we're going to be back with some more best bets from you two guys, and you can check out all of the videos at WagerTalk.com. Just go to the video podcast section, and you'll get all this weekend's games.